Knowing how you fall is going to save you from future failures. Hi, I'm Jeremy Vaughn Clark, and this is the Rise Point Podcast, where potential meets presence. I'm a speaker, author, and coach, and I help individuals go from invisible to undeniable so they can rise to the point the world can't afford to overlook. And today, I want to talk about how to recover from failure. Failure is a rite of passage in this life. If you ever have set out on a goal for anything in your life, you most likely have failed a couple times or stumbled along the way to get there. Failure lets you know that you are trying. So understand that in the first place. Whenever you fail, it's because you actually gave effort and you tried. Okay? So failure, you have to reshape your mind and see failure as trying in the first place. So it's important to understand that when you fail, you have to keep trying because at a certain point, you are going to achieve your goals. But in this podcast, I want to talk about recovering from failure. And in order for you to recover from failure, you need to know what caused you to fail in the first place. Find what that trigger is. What caused you to stumble, trip, or fall? And if you can identify that, and whatever that moment is, whatever that trigger is, whatever causes you to fall over and over again in the same scenarios in which you fall, you can then identify that and be able to step over those hurdles so you're no longer tripping in the same place. Knowing how you fall is so important in getting past and recovering from failure. Knowing how you fall is going to save you from future failures. Knowing how you fall, but also knowing how to move forward when you fall is going to propel you to face any obstacles that you may see in your future. But it all starts with knowing how to fall, how you fell in the first place. Knowing how you fell in the first place is going to tell you everything about who you are and what your boundaries are and what your limitations are. Because the moment you can identify your limitations is the moment that you can start working on them to create them, to turn them into strengths. Figuring out your limitations, working on them, turning them into strengths is going to make you a more empowered human being. It's going to make you a more intelligent human being, and it's going to make you a more agile human being. And if you're more intelligent and agile, then you can make moves mid situation so that you can then be more flexible when you were encounter an option. So knowing how you fall and what caused you to fall is going to be very important in figuring out how to move forward past failure. Now, when you see yourself and the vision that you have for yourself in the future, I want you to ask yourself, what is it about me right now that is not the optimal version of me that I should be in the future to get to that goal that I have? Because the person I am now continues to stumble and trip on the way to get to that goal that I have for myself. So, what does that future person that is you, what are their qualities? What do they think like? When they approach an obstacle, how do they react? Do they pause and think before making a move? Or do they just go ahead and do the move and then mid-move, they make pivots and they're agile and they think on their feet? What is that person like? Understanding that person is going to let you know a lot about the person that you need to be right now and the things that you need to work on in order to overcome obstacles when you face them, so that when you do inevitably face a situation where you can either stumble, fall, and fail, that you know what you can do to get over that situation. So, if you get nothing else from this podcast, it's this. Knowing how you fall, knowing what causes you to fall, what is the situation, what is a trigger, what is the mindset that you have when you fall, what is the feeling that you have in your gut leading up to it. All these things are involved with failure because they are patterns of behavior when they happen, whether you realize it or not. And the moment that you can catch those patterns of behavior is the moment that you can start creating new ones that are more beneficial to you so that you can know how to get up after knowing how you fail. So, with that being said, if this episode touched you in any way, if it resonated with you, if you know that there are others out there that need to hear this message that are also dealing with struggles and failures and how to bounce back from those things, share this episode with them. Right? Share this episode. Whatever you got to do, like, share, subscribe, comment, let me know how you feel about it. But we are all in this together because we all experience failure and the emotions that come with failure. But it's knowing how you fail and how you fall that's going to help you recover to move past failure. Thank you for listening. This is the Rise Point Podcast. I'm Jeremy Vaughn Clark. You can visit my website, jeremyvaughnclark.com, or my Instagram or other socials at Jeremy Vaughn Clark to get more tidbits and information on personal development, improvement, and how to go from invisible to undeniable and to get to the things that you want in this life. And that's all for me, and I will see you on the next episode.